So traders, there's a lot of people blowing up their trading accounts, I'm noticing, with the volatility that's happening right now, and with the volatility that's increasing, and it's going to increase even more. It just gets a lot more crazier out there. And this is one thing that I recommend for you guys that are looking to get ahead in the markets. I really want to stress this enough. If you want to be a professional trader, like a pro trader, if you want to eventually get into the 1% of people that do well out of trading, and maybe even like the 0.1% who end up doing millions of dollars a year, the number one thing is, amongst all those people, and I'm speaking from experience, what got me to the 1% of people. Now 1% means you make really good income, multiple six figures a year from trading, okay? Here's the thing. One of the things I was saying today, I was talking to someone who applied for my 1% group today. And if you go to getjohnshelp.com, you can see all the details about that. But I was speaking to him today. And one of the things when it comes to your trading is my personal trading. It's the same thing every day. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about being lucky and jumping on a bull market or getting it right or having a guess or having a go. You know what I mean? Like, there's none of that goes into professionalism as a trader. And so I bring this up here and I bring this to you because the only way for me to be able to get ahead, the only way for me to be able to get into some sort of consistency long term, right, which I didn't have for a long time, is I need to have something that I can rely on as a trading. Like, if I want to take this path as a trade, then I know that I need to have something as a system, right, a process of me looking for setups and looking for opportunities, for when I'm going down there. So the big thing I want to say to you guys is this, okay? You're actually not that far away from you becoming successful. But what do you have to do? There's a few things that you have to do. The bare minimum, the first stages to you becoming what's called successful. And what I mean by successful is this. What I mean by successful is, I mean, like, you're going to do well this year, and next year, and the year after, and the year after, and the year after. Like, you just know. But how do you eventually get to that point? Now, bull market this year, cool. Bear market next year, cool. Big bull market afterwards, cool. Right, we're talking about trading the market successfully. The only way that I'll be able to get any sort of consistency with my own trading has been this. Two things. The first thing, what exactly am I looking for in a high quality setup that's likely to make a good move? What am I looking for? Now, that's what my coaching program's about, by the way. But I need to find that. Now, within that, once I started to get good at understanding that, right, then I had to start to say, okay, now I have to apply a little bit of patience to that. And it's always the hardest thing for you guys, right? I find it so hard. Every time I talk to you guys on the phone, one of the biggest mistakes that you guys are making is you want to be active. You have this thing about trading a lot, right? And you guys know, right? Trading a lot is not the recipe for success. Getting into one trade and holding it for 2 months for a really big profit, that's how we get ahead in the markets. You know what I mean? By generating big profits. So when the losses do come, which is the second thing, is how can you set yourself up for the entire year? And I'm just speaking the way that's actually helped me have consistent results, guys. And that is, what am I looking for that's likely to make a good move over the course of the next month or two? And then how do I apply leverage, like options and so on and so forth? How do I apply that in a way where, I can have really big profits. That's one of the things I love about trading options, by the way. I love about trading options because when I get into these trades and they move for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I can pick up a 2, 3, 400% return, sometimes more. You know what I mean? But then that's the reward, 2, 3, 4, 500%? Potentially. You just never know. But when it's a losing trade, I'm down what? 30, maybe 50% if it's a big loss. Do you see how that works? So I'm approaching my trading today to have a good year this year. Make sense? I'm not trading in a way where I'm trying to make money now. I'm trading in a way where at the end of this year, how can I set myself up to have a really good year? 1, what am I looking for? 2, I understand that there's not going to be trades all the time. And 3, how do I be in this? So if I have a horrible win-loss ratio, I'm only 50-50 right. But those 50% of trades, which I've had a lot better win-loss ratio with that. How do I set the game up to win? And then wrap that around. That's the reason why now for me, I only trade half an hour, maybe an hour per day. Now when I say trade, meaning I'm managing the trades, right? Because I'm in them for quite a bit of time, looking for new opportunities and stuff like that. And this is the only way that for me to have consistent, successful years, is having this foundation. It's never trading a lot. It's never looking for a lot of trades. It's always, this is the real thing that's actually helped me do really well consistently year after year after year from trading, right? So my only hope in doing this video for you guys is to share with you, like, you're not that far away, but some of you guys are really thinking more about, like, a lot of you guys don't even actually have a trading setup. Like, there's a guess, right? Like, oh, I think the video is going to go for another big move. Let's go for long. Like, that's not trading, right? That's having a guess. And this is the reason why trading is so hard for most people, right? It's so hard for most people. Why? Because it's hard to say no to all these shiny objects and yes to that thing that comes around. It's hard to say no when there is no trades for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and only saying yes to that thing that sets up. That's hard, right? That's the reason why trading's so hard. You guys know that, right? And that's the reason why I do have my coaching program, because I'm always like, no guys, I can't. Like, let's be disciplined. Let's be patient here. You know what I mean? And so I'm just seeing so many people blowing up their accounts, and even in the metals and miners now, there's a lot of people that have been lucky that's going to make a lot of money. But what happens next year when we turn into a bear market? What do you do there? You know what I mean? So you can do this. And that's one of the reasons why it's so hard to get ahead of the markets, is because most people don't actually even have a trading setup. Most people go into the market today not even having a clue. They're just like, oh, well, I think this is a good idea. Me, I can't have a successful year this year on the back of that. I need a proper foundation. And with that foundation, what I said today, that's how I end up having really successful year and successful years. And I know that my system will never change. And I know that as long as I keep approaching that, and most of my trades are with my system and my process that I just said there, every year I'm going to crush it. Right? Every year I'm going to crush it. So anyway, traders, that's it for me today. Have a good day.